must be done.
I'm still too full to carry something? Oh, more chill water? Well... I guess chill water I'm not really using because I don't use the cold. Thunderjaws are like watchers compared to this guy, right? Alright, the wood can stay, I don't care. 22% damage spear coil. Fireclaw heart. I am definitely taking and keeping a Fireclaw heart. I don't care what anybody says. That's like a trophy. What'd you end up thinking, Aerolith? Did we do alright? I didn't think he was anywhere close to dead, to be 100% honest. I thought I had a whole lot more to go, and I was here thinking like, oh, this run is done. I am out of heals. I am in trouble. It's so much fun. I love the challenges, stuff like that. I feel a little bad sometimes that I'm like letting you guys down because I'm not doing it quicker or more efficient, or I'm missing too much or something. The nerves.
Whatever you're going to do to that tower, do it now.
I'm not gonna do it now. Do you not see all of this loot here? All things considered, I felt like that fight went very well. I seriously had the shakes going on, 100%. My hands were all shaky. I'm still awfully shaky.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
Yes. Those I got super quick.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative.
No!
Routing our network.
It ain't over, chat.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Let's put a fork into an electric outlet. That'll work well.
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center.
Oh, man.
Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
They just like neon blue lights.
My sister!
I noticed that her lights went out.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here.
I never realized how green Aloy's eyes were until this
Let's
scene.
go. Let's go!
Oh, now it's a legit race? I wonder if I have a time.
One of those?
It's the only way!
Jump, buddy! There you go. Attaboy! Oh, during the cutscene, huh?
Give me a top attack! Now!
We are flying. Thank you, Bakar.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Panukai.
We're a snow angel. We had time during all of that to put her necklace around our neck.
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
I wish I had apps like that. I'm too lazy to work for it, though. My wife wishes I had apps like that too, let me tell you, but I'm too lazy to work for it. I'd rather game. That was... Oh, it's not over yet. New bling, very much hype, Picard. Thank you so much. That was amazing. We're just gonna fast travel over there to her retreat. Oh, I can't go there. I gotta go here. Your only core workouts are pushing yourself away from the computer desk to get food or coffee. I do a lot of up and downs. I do a lot of cardio at work because I'm running around like a madman. I don't remember my way through here. I'm really close. Oh, I was right there. You work out vicariously through push-up redemptions on this other stream's channel? Oh, let's go.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We
Hi,
can resume
Aratak.
any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Ah, you're right. I forgot about that. She had her own blue necklace. She didn't put on the other ones. Ah, we didn't level up through any of that, did we? We did not.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Okay.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than
You
the
opened
Banuk.
an email.
Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes, I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Good guess. Good guess.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Okay. I didn't realize Aratek became
so
an
are you
active one.
artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone.
Math problems. I
It
like
was
this
Araya
AI.
who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
How about you guys? Are you gonna do hardcore math integer problems when you're bored and lonely?
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
I don't think that counts, Rose. Glad to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing amazing.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
What have you been up to, Rose? How's life? How's your gaming?
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats. Though there were no serious incidents during his tenure, Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Clearly. New medicine since the other one only did one part of the job. Is the new one working better?
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Okay, Mom.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
That's
Mr.
him.
Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing
He
they
saved
wound
it
up
just to
regretting
kill
that
it?
one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the...
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be.
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What you talking about, Willis?
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population.
Damn,
Until the
Gina.
clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
A little bit. All right. That doesn't look like it's white. It looks like it's
How
straight
is
up.
Aratak doing?
Oh yeah.
He
we've
is
already
in
looked
great.
at that.
I will do what I believe this.
All right. I think that's it.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Let's go with use your judgment, huh?
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak.
Hephaestus and Zero Dawn? Am I avoiding that one? I don't know what you mean, Marcus. Oh, I already talked about Hephaestus. I didn't talk about Zero Dawn, though.
Hello, Aloy. Do you...
Hello, Cyan. I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But now, somehow, Hephaestus is operating outside the system, with a mind of its own.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
All right.
Until next time,
Now.
Cyan.
Indeed.
GG. All right. Monstro said we forgot
Hello, Aloy.
another
Is
conversation
there
here.
more you wish to talk about?
There is, Cyan. What did you figure out about Hephaestus based on what I said?
From the beginning, it has demonstrated a singular focus: the construction of machines designed to hunt and kill humans. My trace routes indicate that to accomplish this goal, it attempted to infiltrate a series of highly advanced manufacturing facilities. But its efforts have only been partially successful. Some it can penetrate. Others have robust countermeasures that frustrate its efforts. In me, however, it found an easier target. Not only could it break my defenses, I also controlled all of Firebreak's resources. Raw material, manufacturing to bootstrap more advanced tools, and unlimited geothermal energy.
Enough to build its own cauldron.
Yes, to construct hunter-killers without external limitations. And based on what you've told me, I think I know why.
Oh, why?
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus.
It's your be right back turned into a see you later? What a day. Busy day, huh, I guess? Can you add a TGIF? Is it 5 o'clock? Is it time to grab a beer?
Okay, Cyan. That's all I've got right now.
I hope